Local, trusted. This is First News at 4 on KBTX News 3.
You're watching First News at 4. Let's take a look at today's headlines. 3 people are dead after police say a 71-year-old churchgoer opened fire during a potluck dinner at St. Stephen's Episcopal Church in Vestavia Hills, Alabama last night. While police have not yet released the identity of the accused gunman, they say the death toll could have been higher if another church member had not subdued the shooter before police arrived. 84-year-old Walter Rainey and 75-year-old Sarah Yeager were killed. Investigators are now trying to determine why.
The suspect has previously attended services at this church, but as far as the motive behind this event, it is still being looked into by too many agencies, and it would not be appropriate for me at this time to speculate on that.
The gunman is facing capital murder charges. The heat is on for the Texas Aggies. At last check, it was 6-12 with the Sooners on top in Game 1 of the College World Series. Fans in Omaha and at the official watch party at Brookshire Brothers Grocery in College Station are on edge. News 3's Connor Bean is at Brookshire Brothers where the party's been on. Connor, what's the mood out there?
Yeah, Clay, honestly, it kind of feels like Olsen out here. We even got bubble machines on deck. The fans are very excited. So Visit College Station and Stage 12 have teamed up to bring us the official Aggieland watch party for the College World Series. And the good thing about this, they're going to do this the whole time A&M is playing in Omaha. I'm going to step out the way and let y'all kind of see the crowd. Right now, you wouldn't be able to tell, right, we are down 12-6. They are rallying. We had a couple runs before we took air. And, you know, if you know anything about the Aggies, you wouldn't be surprised if they came back and won this game at all. They have a lot of good stuff out here. They even had Pringles on deck. You can probably see on the tables. They had Pringles out here ready for the fans to enjoy. I got my Pringles right now. I'm going to eat these until the next show as I try to watch the Aggies come back and try to win this game. It's been a lot of fun so far. We're going to send things back to you. Live in College Station, Connor Bean, News 3.
Thank you very much, Connor. Hopefully the fans out there are drinking plenty of water and hydrating, sunscreen there, as well as the fans in Omaha have a pretty rough
water.
Lots of water.
Absolutely, yeah. And Connor better save some Pringles for us, too. Hey, this afternoon, it is pretty hot out there, so the misters needed as much shade as you can possibly get, but in the shade, it feels like 101, a southeast wind about 10 miles per hour. However, we've got some stuff popping up on the pinpoint radar, especially along and east of I-45. We might even start to see a couple little blips there on the radar a little bit closer to home in Brazos County. We'll get you a closer look at the pinpoint radar here in just a little bit. If we're going to find any rain, it is over the next couple hours. After that, things looking pretty bleak. So we'll get you a pinpoint radar update and a look ahead coming up.
Thank you, Max. Father's Day is going to be twice as nice for a trio of brand new Aggieland dads who are seeing double this weekend. Plus, we're focusing on Juneteenth and the Texas history behind this national holiday. Today we're focusing on Juneteenth and the history behind this very special holiday. Tony Simmons is our guest this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, a lot of people in Texas don't know the full history that our state plays in this national holiday. Tell us what happened in Galveston in 1865.
Well, that was the day that General Granger and the Union Army that was with him landed on Galveston, and they announced that the Civil War was over and the authority of the U.S. was restored over Texas, and all the acts of the Confederacy were null and void, and that all the slaves were free.
Now, last year was the first year Juneteenth was celebrated as a national holiday. Why is that so significant?
Well, for many years, several states had their own Emancipation Day. In fact, Texas was the first to have their Emancipation Day, Juneteenth, as a state holiday. Now, everyone can celebrate together. It has a lot of significance because there were some states that didn't celebrate at all or didn't know when their Emancipation Day was. So by having it as a national holiday means we all can come together and celebrate at once.
There might be a misconception among some people that this is a holiday exclusively for people of color. Why is it important for everyone to celebrate Juneteenth?
Well, I think it's important that everyone know about every culture's history, that everyone know what part their ancestors played and what part they play now. We shouldn't live in in a world where we are not aware of things and bury our heads in the sand, but also embrace all the cultures.
There's a lot of things happening around the state, from Galveston and even in our area with Juneteenth parades. Anything happening locally and around Texas this weekend that people can do to celebrate Juneteenth?
Well, today I am celebrating and joining in with a program in Denton, Texas, up in North Texas, yes, at the South Branch Public Library. That'll be this afternoon at 3 o'clock. And then in Houston, there will be a program at the Mancuso Branch Library on Saturday, June 18th, beginning from 1 to 4, whole celebration, whole festival of activities. And of course, you know, there are many and throughout the Houston area, parades and walks and festivals on Sunday.
I got to speak with you on Wednesday when you spoke at the Lincoln Center and got to talk to young people and really people of all ages. Tell me a little bit about your message to the next generation for folks that are just growing up, maybe in grade school to high school, and even adults that were there. Tell me about your presentation you made here in College Station Wednesday morning and just what your message is to this next age of people growing up.
Well, my presentation, as you remember, was very interactive, lots of dancing because our ancestors danced for freedom on that day. And it was a day of celebration. And I want them to remember it as a happy day because they had waited for freedom for a long time and they were happy about it. And I think it's important to pass this on to our children and our children's children so that they can know what their heritage is about.
Would you tell us, too, a little bit about Opal Lee? She's had a significant impact on Juneteenth and having publicized. If folks aren't familiar, tell us a little bit about her and why she's so significant to the Juneteenth observance.
I'm sorry, would you repeat that?
Sure. I was going to ask you if you could tell us a little bit about the history of who Opal Lee is and her contributions to publicizing and promoting Juneteenth.
Well, Miss Opal Lee is responsible for making this a national holiday, Juneteenth, with her walks throughout Texas. She's just an inspiration to us all, to young people, to old people, to know it's never too late to keep the struggle going.
Very good. Well, thank you very much for taking some time to celebrate with us this weekend as we get ready for the weekend and lots of great events around the state and country celebrating Juneteenth. This is author and storyteller Tony Simmons joining us. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your time up in North Texas, and hopefully we can see you again very soon. And happy Juneteenth to you as well, ma'am.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much.
A little bit more blue to the afternoon sky out there. It's not quite as hazy as it has been for most of this week, and the cumulus clouds starting to look a little bit taller. You're seeing a little bit more vertical development out of these guys, so that is our ticket to a little bit of rain. Some of us already getting some at this hour, and I mean some of us. Very few, but it is along and east of I-45 where we're starting to see that. Up through northern Walker County, just to the north of Huntsville. That's a little bit of a soggy drive now all of a sudden in between Huntsville and Madisonville. So we'll see if some of that can sneak into portions of Beedice in between there, North Solch and Madisonville. And this has really popped up just over the past about 30 to 45 minutes. So my hope is that if we're going to see a coverage increase, it's going to happen within the next hour or two. So we'll keep an eye on it for you. This was all displaced to the east at this point yesterday, but some showers and storms started a little bit closer to the coast a little earlier, and coverage looks pretty good in deep East Texas, so we'll see what happens again over the next couple hours. That is going to be our best overall chance. All the high-res data says, no, this is not our afternoon, but the radar already starting to show something different. So if we go by this, at the very least, we'll start to clear things out by the time we get to about 8, 9 o'clock. These really fall apart with heat of the day. So it is now until about 7 or 8 o'clock this evening where we have our window. And that's probably our best window for the next 7 to 10 days or so. However, there's a chance Saturday into Sunday too. So we'll go into Saturday around noontime now. See a lot of showers and storms just off to our north. It's probably a better chance for northeast Texas going into tomorrow afternoon. But again, we'll watch, wait, and see. Sunday looks similar. It's eastern and northeast Texas where I think we'll see better coverage. But again, there is that chance. Haze continues to fade as we go throughout the weekend. Average high about 93. Well, we've been above that for most of this month. That continues right on into this weekend. Again, the best overall chance for rain is absolutely this afternoon. We're not getting the rain. You got temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. And again, that is most of us, at least as far as right now is concerned. In fact, in Madisonville, Anderson, in between those showers, it's about 97 with a heat index of 103, 105 right now, what it feels like in Huntsville. So it is still plenty steamy out there. We'll get back down to the low to mid to upper 70s as we go into tonight. Get used to that feeling. Saturday, again, right back to about 100 degrees, just a stray shower or thunderstorm possible. This week and next, we've been bottoming out around 80 degrees. We will top out around 100. That goes all the way through next week. So again, AC's working overtime as we go through. Sunday and onward, it looks like just about every day we get to 100 or even a little bit warmer. So strap in because it is going to get hot and stay hot for the foreseeable future. So again, really rooting for that rain chance as we go into this afternoon, headed into Juneteenth and into Father's Day. Get to about 101, still a stray shower or storm possible if you're grilling out, hanging out by the pool. But again, it will get hot and stay hot all the way into next week and right on into next weekend.
This Father's Day weekend is going to be twice as special for three brand new Brazos Valley fathers. Adrian Ariano, James Paul, and Jalen Davis all welcome twins at Baylor Scott and White this week. All three proud papas are joining us from Baylor Scott and White this afternoon. Welcome and happy Father's Day to all of you. Let me start with you, Adrian. Tell me how you felt when you learned you were having twins.
It was definitely a shock. We joked about it a little bit, but didn't think it was going to actually happen until we saw that first ultrasound. So it was a happy surprise.
James, tell me what Father's Day means to you now that you're not only a father, but a father of twins.
I mean, it's just, it's twice as important now. So with two sons, it's going to be an adventure, not only at the NICU, but in life from now on.
Fantastic. Now, Jalen, what are you looking forward to the most as your kid grows up, or kids grow up?
Teaching them a lot of things about being, a woman in the future and having fun as we do that, showing them, great things in life.
Now, was it a little bit of a surprise when you found out you're having twins, or was it kind of expected early on in the pregnancy, or how was kind of the reaction when you found out what was coming?
I found out, I wasn't with it when I found out, so I was pretty shocked. I was like, man, I don't know. I was speechless at one point.
That's fantastic. What does this Father's Day mean to you guys celebrating this first one? It's pretty neat to have a double the blessing. Just anything y'all are looking forward to the most this weekend?
So I'm looking forward to, first of all, getting the twins home. They're still here in NICU. But yeah, I've had, this is going to be my 5th Father's Day. So I also have an older daughter, so I'll get to spend it kind of split between the new girls and my oldest. So.
And since you have had kids already, just any advice you have for these other new fathers?
Well, I think you have children as well. No. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's a fun ride. I've learned a lot, probably just as much as I've been able to teach my daughter. She's taught me about being a father. So, yeah, patience is probably the biggest thing I've learned.
After now having being fathers of twins, do you look at your own fathers or grandfathers differently now, or have a new perspective now that you're fathers yourselves?
So I'm actually a twin myself, and my older brother and sister are twins as well. So twins runs in my family. So, it was destined to happen to us.
Anything you'd like to tell your wives for Father's Day weekend?
Yeah, my wife, me personally, I think I speak for all of us. My wife has been a huge part of it. She's dealt with stress that I can only begin to imagine and probably not even get close. So yeah, I'm really appreciative of her and everything she's gone and done through, and how strong she's been up throughout this process.
That's fantastic. Well, happy Father's Day from us to you guys as well. Very special weekend. Thanks for sharing your story, and we hope to stay in touch and see these kiddos grow. What a great blessing and great way to get ready for Father's Day weekend on Sunday. I know y'all have so much to celebrate, so best of luck and great health to them and to your families. Thank you again, Adrian, James, and Jalen. Really appreciate y'all taking time, and happy Father's Day weekend to all of you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stick around. We have Free Music Friday coming up after the break.
I keep chasing drifters through.
Free Music Friday, sponsored by Thorn Music Center.
Here's our Free Music Friday guest, Lucas Souza, with his song, Holdin' Smoke.
I keep chasing drifters, this road left me to miss her. Wish I wasn't out here alone. While the rain keeps falling, the wind keeps cold and telling me to just come back home. The sunlight followed her out, I got stuck in these clouds, burning down these killing me risks. If I keep waiting on her, I'm just holding smoke, yeah. Holding smoke, yeah. Choking on these memories alone. Holding smoke, yeah. Why no one ever tell me I was wrong? I should've known that look in her eyes, long gone goodbye, but I didn't see it back then. So if I keep waiting on her, I'm just holding smoke, yeah. It's been a long time since you left, but still can't catch my breath. I never knew it could hurt this bad. It's hard on my heart, yeah. I should've never started, but that's just what I had. Everyone said try it, so do you like it? And I think I'd agree with them. So if I keep waiting on her, I'm just holding smoke, yeah. Holding smoke, yeah. Choking on these memories alone. Holding smoke, yeah. Why did no one ever tell me I was wrong? I should've known that look in her eyes, long gone goodbye, but I didn't see it back then. So if I keep waiting on her, I'm just holding smoke, yeah. Holding smoke, yeah. Choking on these memories alone. Holding smoke, yeah. Why did no one ever tell me I was wrong? Should've known that look in her eyes was a long gone goodbye, but I didn't see it back then. So if I keep waiting on her, I'm just holding smoke, yeah. If I keep waiting on her, I'll just be holding smoke, yeah.
Treat of the Day is sponsored by Smith Dairy Queens.
A big whoop to Texas A&M Aggies, the newly crowned 2022 Intercollegiate Unified Flag Football Champions. 3 team members also belong to our own Special Olympics team. The Aggie Bombers and all 4 unified players are students right here at Texas A&M. There was stiff competition with 6 other teams in the division. Nonetheless, Team Texas brought home the gold. Way to go, guys.
All right, fantastic stuff. If you got a treat, we want to know about it. All you have to do is log on to KBTX.com, look for Treat of the Day under the Features category. We're looking at the radar, and we are keeping our fingers crossed. Right now, we've still got a couple of popcorn showers and storms that have had a hard time crossing I-45, but in between Huntsville and Madisonville, If you are one of the lucky few that's getting some rain already, well, there's some heavier thunderstorms that are off to our east. We'll watch them throughout the afternoon. If you got to hit the road, Pinpoint Weather app will travel with you. Again, there's all the activity across eastern Texas, so we are optimistic, but cautiously optimistic. Don't want to get our hopes up too much. Pinpoint forecast says either way, whatever we see, that's going to clear out by about 8, 9 o'clock. So through early dinner time, we may still have a couple of showers and storms in the area. And then Saturday and Sunday afternoon, we'll try to do it over again, but overall coverage looks very low. So again, you can keep your fingers crossed throughout the weekend. Otherwise, it is going to stay hot. We'll maybe miss 100 tomorrow, and then it is 100 plus from Sunday all the way into early next week. So as far as keeping things cool, it's going to be difficult to do the next couple of days unless we can get a couple of showers and storms to roll through. Southeast winds 10 to 20 come back into Monday and Tuesday. The first official day of summer is on Tuesday. Of course, we don't really aspire by that here in the state of Texas, but that's the summer solstice. We will start to see the sunset getting a little bit earlier after that, still at about 8:30 or so. And again, it's going to be hot. A lot of numbers on that map, Clay. Hopefully, I don't have to have too many days where I have to write that many numbers on there, but it looks like it's going to be a hot summer. So.
Father's Day weekend. We'll take any rain we can get, maybe today.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Thank you for joining us. That's our time for First News at 4. We'll have more news coming up in 30 minutes or anytime at KBTX.com. Inside Edition is up next.